Right, hi everyone, Chris 2E0UKH. Now, I'm going to set this radio up for Glyn. Well, actually the radio's already set up, but while I've got the wires in, I wanted to show you one more time how you get the user database on this radio. This is the RT84. Also works on the RT82, the original version, not HAP firmware, there's a different way. MD2017, Moonraker, MD500, RT3S. Same principle for all of these. And you must follow this 100% or it will not work. You would not believe the amount of emails I got last time for people who couldn't do it. And all the information was in the video. It even had it in the title.
I didn't catch that. Can you say it again?
Shut up. Right.
Okay, I'll be quiet.
Thanks. Right, so you must have Microsoft Excel installed. I'll put a link in the description. Run a virus scanner if if you're worried about downloading it. That one works. Not all versions of Excel work, but that's what I'm using now. It works. I'm controlling a computer the other side of the room. So you need Excel. You need the latest CPS software for your radio, whatever it is. I've got it there. And you need the latest firmware on your radio. That's absolutely essential. You need the firmware, which look for whether it's a GPS radio or non-GPS. That's critical, or you'll damage the radio, you'll brick it. And find the version of the software that the one that there's always one that records, one firmware. You don't want that because that part of the memory is taken up for the recording audio where that's stored. You don't want that one. You want the one that has the CSV in the title of the firmware. Install that firmware. And you need a database file. There's one there. MD9600. That's the same format as the MD2017. And I got them from this flipping fantastic website. This guy Tom, he's got all these available for all the different radios, updated daily. You don't have to pay for it. Don't use the one you have to pay for, there's no need to. Aliens HD1. He's taken out all the countries that are non-English speaking, and he's got it in here. Brilliant. All the radios, all the different formats, and here's the one we want for the MD2017 because this is the Retrovis version of that, the RT82. This is the RT84. I would never make that my default browser. Don't ask again. If anyone's wondering, this is my laptop over there. It's a bit of a junk laptop. And I'm not going to activate Windows, I'm going to leave it like that. Because it will stay like that forever. It never times out and says it's time to pay for your Windows. It will stay like that forever. A little tip for you. So, I'll run the software. Check my cables connected properly, read from the radio. That always lets you know that it's connected. Okay. And now I'm going to write the contacts. Now first of all you have to write them into the software. You have to import them into the software that we're using. This CPS. This is RT84. So import, and I have to point it at the file. So I'll double click on that. When I click on this, look at the bottom of the screen. looks like nothing's happened, but look about here at the bottom. You will see Microsoft Office start. Now, if you don't have Office and you don't get this screen, it does not import the contacts into the database. Sorry, the contacts into the software. It will not load them because it doesn't know what it is. You have to have Office, and I've put a link to a demo version. And if I don't get this off the screen, it won't work. So I'm going to have to click continue. I can run it 16 more times. Do you want to enter a product key now? No, because it's bloody rip-off. So I've said no, and I'm going to wait. Now that's the key bit of information. Import success. The database has gone into the CPS software. As long as you've got the correct steps in place, you've got the correct firmware. If you have firmware that won't accept all these contacts, it won't work when we write it to the radio, obviously. I've had people email me about that. You've got to have the latest software, firmware, Microsoft Excel, and this database file. And to finish the job off with the software, you click write. And the file is going over to the radio. Now there's one other thing you need to do, and that is on the radio you need to enable the CSV. I'm just picking up my RT3S, looking on the screen so I can tell you what there's. Menu, utilities, radio settings, contact CSV. Go in there and you have to turn that on. And then that will display the people's call signs on the screen. Right, 7-3. 2E0 UKH back to standby. Cheers.